This is what the eye wall of Hurricane Ida did to Laplace even after it had made its way 70 miles inland. The fury of the storm was something residents hadn't seen before, even in Katrina. The storm jogged east here after initial projections had it west of the Mississippi River. That's why farmer Bobby Morris is breathing a sigh of relief here. Even though the winds leaned over a lot of his sugarcane in West Baton Rouge Parish, it could have been a lot worse.
It was doom and gloom there for a little while. The whole sugar industry is pretty much in the middle of planting right now, and it was bad. If it would have taken that track that they said it was supposed to take, it would have been devastating.
Iberla Parish sugarcane grower Ricky Gonsoulin knows the struggle all too well. This is the first hurricane in 3 years that didn't hit him, but he's been well prepared for this season. He says those farmers who were hit by Ida should start checking the details of their crop insurance policies.
And the way it works is if the hurricane hits in a parish next to you that touches you, adjoining you, that you are eligible for indemnity. So I did the numbers over 20 years using the national weather statistics, and it comes to play out that every 2.5 years that a hurricane is going to touch somewhere close.
Even if the crop loss is severe in Ida's path, it's important to let adjusters see the crop before doing anything to that field, according to Farm Bureau's Breaux.
If the sugarcane farmers realize that they have a loss or a possible loss in their farm, they need to go ahead and notify their crop insurance adjuster that they have a possibility that they may have a loss. And then they need to make sure if they have some acres that they feel were destroyed, to make sure not to destroy and plow out those acres until those acres can be inspected by a crop insurance adjuster.
And it's still relatively early in the hurricane season. Gonsoulin says what helps him deal with the anxiety is knowing this crop is covered.
An insurance premium payment is less than a tractor note, depending on the size of your farm. So it's just adding one piece of equipment to your operation, and look what you get for it. You get protection, you get sanity. You get to sleep at night. And it doesn't cover 100%, but it keeps you in business, and you can feed your family the next year.
As you can see behind me, they're working on this pumps in hopes that they won't have to use it this year. In fact, this is the first time these sugarcane fields here that I've seen haven't been inundated. Last year, they were underwater for more than 15 days during the storm, ruining more than 200 acres of Ricky's crop. And we're seeing, of course, a lot of that damage right now across southeast Louisiana from Ida. That's why Ricky says it's important for sugarcane farmers to be prepared before the next storm starts rolling in. Reporting for This Week in Louisiana Agriculture, I'm Neil Melancon.
We've been focused on sugarcane so far, but let's turn the focus now to the grains. Fortunately, Hurricane Ida did not cause significant damage to Louisiana's corn and soybean crops, but the damage it did do to grain elevators along the Mississippi could slow down trade. This is the Cargill Reserve Grain Facility. You can see in these pictures that the conveyor system that takes grain to and from the ships and barges on the Mississippi River collapsed onto Louisiana Highway 44. In published reports, Cargill officials issued a statement saying the company is assessing the damage as the reserve facility still has several personal safety concerns and power outages. The company currently has no timetable to reopen operations there. Experts in the grain trade business estimate it'll be 2 to 4 weeks before this grain elevator can resume operations. That's also contingent upon river traffic resuming on the Mississippi River. We'll talk more about that with the Louisiana Commissioner of Agriculture and Forestry, Dr. Mike Strain.